Greetings, greetings, my global family. In the name of the all light and love, infinite intelligence, our one creator. So, we went through the Saturn portal that comes once a year, somewhere in September, after the first week. That's when their satellite that interferes the planet Earth to be in direct aspect with the sun. You know what satellite I'm speaking of. Holds aspect of trine with Saturn. Any aspect with Saturn actually has very positive effect, but it is like free energy. It depends on what people will do with it. You can do good, you can do bad. Of course, the negative entities that manipulate the planet Earth at this moment always use it for gaslighting, false flags, or their satanic rituals. And hence we have 9/11, and all these things that happens around that part of the September. And this year they chose heavy satanic rituals, and that was spiritually eliminating 14,000 children by injecting them in the poor countries, third world countries, by bribing their parents paltry money because you're poor and destitute, like olden times that they sold their children. Same shit. So, of course, we had 7 group meditation during that week. We did our best. We do our best. They bring darkness and low vibration. We can infuse the earth with light and high vibration. And it might be that it doesn't have any effect what we do. Just like what they do in the long run has really no bearing on the universe, on the plan of the Creator. But it makes our heart lighter. This is where the Great Spirit lives, in our heart. So by meditation, prayers, and these things, we keep it light. So we can survive through these dark times. You know, these posters that they come, Black Lives Matter, this thing, and they do few really truth in there, and then they put, some serious lies in between. So people say, wow, I guess they're all true. The same thing they do with their satellite, MOON. They say these things and that thing, then they say, tune into the moon. We'll give you this and that powers and makes you more intuitive, or no, it's the reverse. Okay, the moon was there to cut off the solar crystals ray from the earth they usurp the solar feminine and transfer that to moon to make it the dark mother, to cause all the sexual misery on this planet. And it goes on and on and on and on. So don't tune into it. My recommendation. Of course, you have free will. If you want to tune into it, go ahead, tune into it. You have the free will to do what you wish. At one time, Saturn was a lot closer to Earth. There's this book, it's called Saturn Myth. Very expensive book and very hard to find. You don't need to buy it or read it. The gist of it is at one time, Saturn was the real sun on the planet. This is what ancient people worshipped on this planet. Because when the sun, their light would go away, then at nighttime, Saturn would shine. And they believed as long as the Saturn was shining on the earth, there was no disease, no famine. People lived in paradise practically, quote unquote. Then the satellite was placed between all of these things to reroute the grid of the planet Earth, starting changing the timeline of the planet Earth, and the whole thing went down, down, down into a descending hop. Of course, what I'm talking about is a bit far-fetched, but I tell you, they have been manipulating the people of the Orion and the archontic forces that's behind them have been manipulating the third densities all over the galaxy and the universe for quite some time. These are a conquering empire that go to 3D planets and start enslaving the planet population and then use them for children, child trafficking, human trafficking, mining, and all these kind of things. And the trafficking, basically the enslaving of the people. And here on Earth, all of these things they do from the dark side of the moon. Believe me, we have a deep secret space program that continues here. And people have no idea that what capabilities they have and they use that we have no idea or no access to know. But why am I talking about these things? Because knowledge is information. Information is knowledge. That's all. Okay. The fact is, imagine a plank. This plank, on this side of it is abyss, on this side of it rests on earth. On this side of the plank, on the abyss part, all of these guys are lining up, the ones that point finger at us and telling us what we should be doing, and the controllers and this. On this side on the earth are the humanity standing. So guess who has the power here? What would happen if one by one humanity start leaving the planet, disengaging from the system? Do you get the picture? They end in the abyss. So all the power rests in humanity, in us, to disengage from the earth. To disengage, not from the earth, I'm sorry. To disengage from the system that they are forcing on us. But we don't. People don't. As a group, as a collective, they don't. So we have to be strong to do it individually. And this individually, hopefully, I don't know how many monkeys does it take in this case. It could be 100 million monkeys, to tip the balance. And the whole thing would change. Because the planet, as I mentioned before, is already in fourth dimension. Humanity needs to get to fourth density. And all these efforts that they make to separate people is geared toward that, so we do not unite. Because for ascension, we need unity, becoming one. The whole point of injecting people with these nanographene oxides, which basically means these NaNOBOTs, is to replicate and turn them, basically separate them within themselves from themselves. All right? So once people get disconnected from their own spirit, of course, they would not have any reason to connect with anybody else at whatever level. So that's their game. Because as long as they do that, then they can control us and manipulate us and enslave us. Pretty heartbreaking, actually, when we look at it, that actually humanity has swallowed this. But as I said, the ascension will be on schedule. That's God's clock. Everything will go as it must. So what is lost here is humanity. They are those who are with love and light, who are geared towards service to others. They would graduate to fourth density. The rest will be called 3D repeaters. It won't be happening on Earth. They can't come back here anymore. In this beautiful, beautiful, paradisic planet that they are destroying, or at least they are trying. They want to destroy the sandbox. They have tried that many times. It won't happen. They cannot, because it doesn't belong to them. The sandbox belongs to a mightier power. So they can, while they're playing in there, they can kill us, they can kill each other, but they can't destroy the sandbox. So all these humanity that can't graduate to 4D have to go to another 3D planet. And God knows where that could be. It might be a hellish planet. We have no idea. We're actually very, very fortunate to live in such a paradisical planet and go out and see the beauty. With a shift of our perspective and consciousness, it's all glowing, it's all light, it's all love. So what do we do till then? All right, till then, It's a matter of maintenance of our well-being. How do we maintain that? Our well-being depends on two things. Two, growth. Growth means what? Growth means spiritual growth and emotional mental growth. What is a spiritual growth? Becoming one with who we really are, with the Great Spirit. That's its light is within us, that lights us up, that animates us, emptying our heart from all these distractions and disturbances and keeping it empty like a pure vessel for the Great Spirit to fill it. We do that by meditation. Meditation empties our heart. Okay? It relieves, they say, the first thing is getting, conquering ignorance. What's ignorance? Ignorance is the ignorance of knowing who we really are, what we are. One with the infinite intelligence, the one creator. All right. That is a spiritual growth. Continuing, evolving in light and love. Becoming more and more rooted in unconditional love with intelligence, not stupid. If these guys come to your home and they want to jab you with a gun, you don't say, "Oh, I love you, come jab me." Oh. No. All right? With intelligence, unconditional love. Wish them love and light and peace and joy. You don't have to accept them. You don't have to like them. Two different things. All right. Remember, we live here as one humanity, but human being, humanness is an experience. It is not who we are. This is just an experience, a very transitory, short-lived experience. All right. The other growth is emotional and mental. What does that mean? That means clearing all of our distortions. What we hate, how we live, fears, resolving our angers, resolving our separation. These are the distortions that we have cleared. As long as they are here, we cannot grow emotionally and mentally. Okay? So it's very much connected to that unconditional love. Our spirit controls our emotional and mental, but you have, in a sense, opened the door mentally for the spirit to come in. And that part we have to resolve ourselves. We have to work ourselves. These are the catalysts to make us emotionally and spiritually grow. And then maintenance. Maintenance is having good medicine. Medicine. They also stole this and inverted it to deceive people, to the point that people have come to take their black magic drugs that kills them. We call it soft kill because it just takes them slowly with lots of misery to the point of death. Okay, this is called the Western medicine. No, medicine is me, thee, see, in. Okay? When we see the Great Spirit in things, we are with medicine. So by good medicine, we maintain. Good medicine is in food and in nature, and correct application of therapeutic agents, that it is part of nature or has been passed on to us by benevolent people, whether humans or non-humans. Like the real acupuncture was given to us by non-humans. Now I mean real acupuncture, not the Western American acupuncture that again was taken, inverted to deceive people. So there is no way of harmonizing them. Maintenance is a matter of harmony. Harmony what? Harmony of what? Harmony of all of our chakras. The meridians govern those chakras. If they are brought to balance and harmony, the chakras would be balanced. When they are balanced and in harmony, we grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And that's good maintenance. Which is actually, those practitioners are very rare and far in between. But it is available. Meanwhile, for those who don't have access to these, I strongly recommend, if you need to, find a good homeopath. If you need therapeutic agents, use herbs, easy to find, easy to read about. All right. And I mentioned a long time ago about having a homeopathic book at home. In fact, the book that I said was Homeopathy at Home. So more and more you become in charge of your own maintenance. All right? We must take responsibility to separate from the system. We cannot run back to them and then expect them not to influence our life and our well-being. We must take our children out of their hands. Save them from them. Educate them ourselves. Avoid getting them injected with this poison or that toxin and this toxin. You can't inject toxins into you and expect to be healthy. What happened to the parents on this planet? What part of that is rational? Yes, I know, I'm getting angry. I don't understand it. How did they rationalize these? that if you inject toxins into your precious, pure baby, it's actually give him health. It's going to give him health. Oh, wow. What deception. What deception. But they have been working on humanity for thousands of years by constantly rewriting their history, so we don't know any of our history, our past history, of what amazing creatures we were. We think, oh, now technology, oh. We were doing things in the Lemurian time and, Atlantic time that it's beyond perception. But they destroyed all the evidence. They rewrite the history. They rewrite the books every 100 of years or so. So by now we don't know who even we are, of what angelic, genetic source we are here, and how angelic human beings are. You can't know that, otherwise their game is over. So, my beloved global family, more and more, as much as possible, take responsibility for yourself. Feed yourself well. Clear your heart. Keep it empty. Love as much as you can, whoever you can, whatever you can. Eat well. I can emphasize that. This is solid matter, but very soft, you see? Very sensitive and very fragile. So take care of it, love it, feed it well, rest it well, exercise it well, and as much as you can, get together with like people. Togetherness boosts immunity for human beings. Holding hands, hugging, all of these things are very important. Loving companionship, having a mate that you can have correct sexual relationship to transfer sexual energy. That means two people coming together from opposite polarity, male, female, positive, negative, together, wholeness. Come together, accepting that the other one is a creator, so they can really love each other, wanting to be one with each other. That lights up the whole world. Two people can light up the whole world. Why do you think all these games they play? Oh, LBGQDAXX, separate that so that won't happen. Love is not love. All right? Love is sacred. Sex is sex. You can have sex. They can have it as much as they want. But love is different. And if you don't have a mate, you don't have to worry. You don't have to fuss about it. Give it in the hand of the Great Spirit. You know what you want. You are one with the Great Spirit. Then give it in His hands. If you don't have it, we are not meant to have it. Means we are more effective of infusing light and love alone. All right? There is nothing you need to be in anxiety or fill your heart with negativity and make it clutter, make it dark, make it sad. Because we don't have lack if we have the Creator. That's everything. All that there is and ever shall be. And that's who we are also. All right? So rejoice. Go forth and rejoice in the name of the one Creator, Adonai. Or whatever name you want to give it, doesn't matter. Or no name. It's nameless, formless, shapeless, genderless. All right, my beloveds, go forth and rejoice in the peace and love and strength of the one infinite Creator. I love you. Be well till next time.